I got a feeling I'm about to get put on. I got a feeling that something finna take off. I got a feeling, and it won't be too much longer. Got a feeling coming up on the.
Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of Unpopular Honesty, a home of brutal honesty and real hip hop music. I am Cornbread Capone. Today, we are sitting here with none other than Mr. North End Floyd. What's going on with you, brother?
What's good, my man? What's good, man? I'm straight. Everything 100.
Chilling, man. What's up with the new movie role, man?
Man, you know the new movie role, man. It's part two, directed by Chino Grime, aka Pop, aka Ernest Foster. You know he got a whole bunch of names and stuff like that. But it's just part two, a continuance from part one that's on YouTube right now. So we just finishing out our character story, and it's a hood movie, so it's gonna be some violence in there. It's gonna be a little this, a little that.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you
Mhm.
think you would ever have a film of your own one of these days, like a
Man,
movie of you
that's a great question, man. Because
all put
to be
together?
honest with you, that's a great question. Because to be honest with you, I didn't damn near did everything else but that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I got the equipment. It's just putting a plan down. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: if I do, it's not gonna be no gangster movies, man. It's gonna be maybe some comedy. It's gonna be some lighthearted stuff.
Right,
Things,
and
things
that's
like
cool,
things like
because
that.
we need a balance out here, man.
We do,
It's
we do.
I know balance out here. It's a lot of
Yeah.
one-sidedness going on out here. You know what I'm
When
saying?
you think about it, some of the movies that we truly love and we can watch over and over is black comedies. You got Friday, you got Master P, you know what I'm saying? The hookup. You got all kind of comedies out there when you want to just chill and throw something on, you know what I'm saying? Relax, maybe have a laugh or two, you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't mind doing something like that. You might inspire me, you know what I'm saying? So
Right. I mean, I definitely have it in my cards to do something like that,
mhm.
but I ain't gonna talk about my issues. I'm gonna keep
Gotcha.
it moving. Uh, I'm gonna just say it like this. Outside of here, we could probably make something happen good. But on another note, the podcast has recently come back. I've seen that you've taken a different route than before.
Hmm.
Before it was mainly relationship driven, and
Hmm.
now the the spectrum is opening up because of the topics are different now.
Hmm.
Uh, what made you want to abandon the relationship thing and open up the topics as far as your show is concerned?
Well, when I first started off, um, when I first started doing podcasts, I've been doing podcasts for 5 years now. So 2019, when I first started, it was a range of different topics. And then when I started doing live shows, uh, it was still we still doing what we were still doing like a range of topics. And then at that particular point, the relationship topics was just, everybody was relating to it. I had old people, white people, black, Mexican, you know what I'm saying, diving in. So I just kept doing a relationship topics. And at this point, that's when it wasn't a lot of podcasts talking about it. And then all of a sudden, it was like a boom. It was like a flood of, that's all you were seeing was podcasts talking about relationships and stuff like that. And I always want to do something different, you know what I'm saying, regardless of, in the podcast world, it's kind of hard to do something different, but I didn't want to go that same route everybody was doing. So, you know what I'm saying, I said, man, let me just talk about, the current type of events and stuff like that. And not to hold the question too long, but at one point I was talking about politics, like local politics, and that really got my base up, you know what I'm saying, as far as with white people and black people in this area, you know what I'm saying. And I had the mayor right now. he was on my show before he was a mayor. A couple councilmen was on my show, and that just garnered a lot of attention. So I said, man, let me go back to just talking about everything and just get out, get people from all over like it was before. So that's all it was, though.
That's what's up, man. I mean, because I dabbled with it for a little while, and it didn't stay around, and it was because of pretty much the same feelings you had, every time I turn on YouTube. For the most part, it's a predominant part of what I see.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of people talking about
Mm-hmm.
relationships and whatever it may have you. But man, I want to shift and start talking about that music because music is very interesting the past couple of months. I mean, I was
Yeah.
outside. I might have been outside 2 or 3 days ago, and the little young kids was playing Kendrick Not Like Us.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't help but to smile. And I looked at my partner and I said, it feels good when you come outside and you can look and you can see people listening to real music for a fucking change. You know what I'm saying? It feels real good. I mean, how do you feel about music? Because I think it's pretty clear how I feel. But how do you feel about music as of the last couple of months? You know what I'm saying?
I like it. I even like the fact that J. Cole, he put out something, but I love the fact that Kendrick's back. So to be honest with you, I think since Kendrick back, the West is back because now the West Coast feel like, they champion, he coming out and he dropping music and he dropping great music. He dropped the West Coast banger that everybody is jamming. So but I'm not gonna lie to you. That first 15 seconds of the song, that's what's got my attention. The beginning of that song, the video, the intro.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want that song now. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I love
there's
Not Like Us.
There's an album coming out. I don't know if you're aware.
I need the album to have some West Coast. I need the album to be like that. You know the beginning of the video, the song I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. It's
Now,
I don't know the name of it, but
I don't know the name of the song. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. Now, if he throw a Bay Area legend, because that's like a Bay Area beat. Now, if he throw a Bay Area legend on her, maybe E40, Too Short, Kink the Sneak or whatever. If he throw one of them on that track, oh my god, dog.
I don't want to jump the gun or nothing, but there's been talk that there's a remix of Not Like Us that'll be coming out soon. I'm just wondering who's gonna be on it. What more do you have to say about on this record? I'm
Brad.
well.
I'm
gonna ask you another question too.
Hold on, Brad. I heard Common rap on the Not Like Us beat.
Yeah.
Killed it.
Yeah.
I say, oh no, put that on the remix or something. Common, like
I heard a verse from Busta on the Not Like Us beat, and I was like, oh shit!
I'm like Common, delete that video. I want that verse on the remix. At first I thought with the remix, maybe it's gonna be a West Coast remix. But if he do a remix that have East Coast cats, down South cats on there, he might win a Grammy.
Don't hurt the Grammy. He's already in consideration for it. I mean,
win a Grammy.
It's gonna get nominated. It's gonna get nominated based off the fact that it went #1 and it broke all over.
Maybe song of the year.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be song of the year.
Song of the year. What song is hotter than that song this year? What song was hotter than that song this year so far?
It ain't been a song that came out that's hotter this year. Now the year, granted, the year is not over.
It's not over, but I don't see no song.
I don't see nobody else winning that. I mean, he got the hottest song of the summer. Essentially, if you have the hottest song in a season, then that song went #1, broke all those records.
Yep.
Yeah, you were shoo-in for song. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Most definitely.
Yeah, real talk.
I wanted to ask you, did you listen to Common's album because it came out yesterday?
I didn't listen to it. Nope, I did not listen to it yesterday. I was a little busy yesterday, so I didn't really get to do nothing. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying. I've been prepping.
I heard a couple of songs from it, and I like it. I haven't heard the whole thing, but I will. I did hear
Common
the
and P
death.
Rock.
Yeah, Common and Pete Rock that came
Yep.
out yesterday, and the death of Slim Shady came out yesterday.
It did. I heard a few tracks from that. Yep.
And he's still spitting at a high level.
He is. Yep.
He did a conceptual album,
Mm-hmm.
kind of different than I've heard anyone else do a conceptual album by the way he put it together.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, he's still spitting at a high level.
Yep.
He did some things that, he said a few things that raised a couple of eyebrows that got the internet in a frenzy right now.
I seen that. I seen it. I know. I don't think he shot. I don't think he shot a slug at nobody. That at the person we was just talking about. I think it was more like a
nah.
It wasn't no slug.
See, you got to remember, if you remember who Slim Shady was and what he was known for, a lot of what he did on this album is what Slim Shady was known for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He just did it within this time and era, which makes it different from Slim Shady of years ago, I guess, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Lupe Fiasco got a good album.
You said that.
Marsha Ambrosia from Flyod got a good.
I heard some of that.
It's some good music out there, and it's more coming. I mean, LL's finna drop a new album produced by Q-Tip.
I heard something about that because for the longest Dr. Dre was messing with LL, and so I heard that he eventually had to start rocking with Q-Tip. As far as the production and stuff.
Yeah, well, he announced this Q-Tip thing years ago, and he said the album wasn't coming out, but I don't know what happened. But so far, I mean, he put out 2 songs and he's spitting. He's talking about some, some things on the records, and I'm anxious to hear the whole project because I've never heard it go on Q-Tip production. You know what I'm saying? So that should be interesting. I'm still waiting on the Snoop and Drake.
Well, when is that supposed to drop?
They said July, but I feel like because he just dropped Marsha and Eminem, like almost damn near back to back. They like maybe
Dre been working.
Yeah, Dre been working. You know what I'm saying? And they probably, because I know how Snoop likes to roll out his album releases. If you notice, Snoop has he'll have his singles and his videos already done, but sometimes he'll do a movie associated with the album. I really think that he's gonna have a movie associated with this album. It might come out on YouTube or how he do it, but
he usually
how he likes to roll his projects out, and I
with
just
a soundtrack and everything, and
you know what I'm saying. So that's what I'm waiting on, but ain't nobody heard nothing yet. You know what?
You're right. Every time Snoop do drop something, Snoop and Dre, every time they do drop something, it's usually a soundtrack around it. You know what I'm saying? The movie they did, what was that? With they did the Wash. They did the one with what was that? The Tupac movie or what? The Death Row movie?
Above the Rim?
No, not Above the Rim. The one. What was the one? Was it the Snoop Dogg movie? The one that they did at the movie theater. They talked. Oh, the NWA movie.
Yeah.
The NWA movie. They had a soundtrack and everything behind that and all that.
Well, that was Dre using that as a new album because everybody was asking about the Detox deal.
The Detox, yeah, I remember the Detox. Detox ain't ever dropped.
Yeah, but they saying he's supposed to be. I feel like he's doing something else because if you look and pay attention, he's getting back and working with all the people that he worked with originally, like D.O. and
Mm-hmm.
New, and
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. So that's just that could be a starter of something too, because we got to remember DOC is the one that talked Dre into doing Chronic.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote half of it. Snoop wrote the other half of it.
Mm-hmm.
You got these two there.
Yep.
Now, in addition, you have Eminem.
Yep.
Not far away, you have Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? You see what I mean? So you got a nucleus of all these great MCs and writers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and everybody rallying behind Dre, hoping that he do something. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I feel like he probably would. I don't know if it'll be this year,
You know,
but
Kendrick Lamar did bring him out on the pop out.
yeah, and that was great. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
mean, give us the Chronic 3.
Give us, yeah. You know what? The West Coast down there. I mean, hey, if Kendrick Lamar drops and then Dr. Dre drops that, oh, the West Coast, hey, y'all back right now.
They're on fire right now. Like,
Y'all on fire right now. You know what I'm saying? That's all y'all need right there.
I wanted to ask you, man, have you gotten a chance to watch any of the Essence Festival
I see.
concert footage from this past year?
I've seen a few, mostly like Cash Money, like Juvenile and stuff. I seen their performance. I seen Busta Rhymes get mad at the crowd, you know, and but no, I haven't really paid attention to most of the Essence stuff, you know. But like I said, the Busta Rhymes thing really kind of stuck out. Um, you know, it wasn't really no people was kind of promoting it for it to be a Cash Money reunion. It really wasn't. It was just Juvenile, BG, and Birdman. They still beefing with Turk. Lil Wayne said he didn't know nothing about it. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, get it together, man. Y'all want to do a tour? Y'all, I mean, what's going on? Put the egos to the side. Everybody go in one room. Y'all hash it out. Y'all don't need no outside interference. Make the shit happen.
If they get it together, man, they could have themselves a very nice payday, because right now all that music from that era
Mm-hmm.
is the most sampled, still the most listened to, and the most talked about music when you
Mm-hmm.
talk about hip hop. And those artists, when they get afforded an opportunity to do like a reunion concert, like we seen the Scream tour revived a couple of years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and B2K came out and did a concert. They made money. All these
Mm-hmm.
SWV, all these artists from the 90s that people think fell off are not doing anything. These people are still packing stadiums and festivals and still making money just performing the old stuff.
Yeah, because man, the new stuff is trash. It's microwave. It's no classics, man. So we'll revert to listening to back to the old music. I mean, that's just what it is. I'm still listening.
I wanted to ask you about that too, because we have conversations about music all the time. And I say that a lot, but because I say it, I guess because I say it, it just makes me so much of a descendant of hell to some people. But then when other people say the same thing, it's not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I notice the hypocrisy in this, because
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because it's an issue. It's been an issue, but
Yes.
let's keep it on the topic and say, okay, people are listening to old music because this new music ain't hit.
I mean,
Who dropped the classic in the last year, rap wise, outside of Killer Mike?
nobody.
That's what I'm saying. And then when we have these, one thing that I just refuse to do
Still trying to
anymore
think.
is go back and forth with certain people who, that's why now I ask, what's your top five before we even engage in a conversation? Because your top five is going to let me know if we are worthy of a conversation
Is
or
that
not.
all? Is it all time top five, or is just
No,
top
I'm gonna say top five right now, because that is a clear indicator. Because once a person get the naming, people who have less than 10% of talent, I'm not. I done logged out of the conversation. I done walked away mid conversation. You
But
know what I'm saying?
let me answer that question. Can I get my top five? Can I get my top five right
Oh,
now?
okay. Well, yeah. Let's do that. It was Floyd Hope's top 5.
Nah, this is not all time. All time is
It's
different.
not all time.
Okay.
Okay.
This is my this is alive or and dead because I've still listened to people that are dead like currently.
Right.
Nipsey
Okay.
is in my top five. I probably didn't listen to him the most this year. Um, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like Conway the Machine.
Okay.
I love Conway. I love Griselda. I like how they keep it East Coast and the beats they rap on. Um, this is a surprise one. I like him. I like Tory Lanez. I'll still listen to Tory Lanez. I don't know, he ain't no rapper and stuff like that, but when he rap, he can rap. When he can sing, he can sing. And I'm not afraid to say it. Free Tory. I think he got. I think he got. I think he got hit up, man. But 3 right there. You know what? It's somebody who I just recently started listening to, man. Who just crept in my top 5, man. I like Larry June. I like Larry June. He chill. He's smooth. He raps about he raps about money, real estate, traveling, and keeping it player. So I'm gonna throw him in my top 5, and that's just now. I'm talking about the past 2 weeks. I'm gonna throw him in there, and I'm gonna throw another one that I still listen to, Big Poke. I gotta throw Big Poke in now. He's still in my top 5, man. You know what I'm saying? I love his last album. Um, it's just unfortunate he died, dog, and
He
I
got one more album finna come out.
he
I
do.
don't know
I thought it was gonna drop June
on June.
27th. Yeah,
That's what I
I thought
thought
that.
too.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
pushed back, but I'm waiting on that too. I want to hear that.
But yeah, that's my top 5. Now all time. I'm gonna throw my all time in there if you don't mind too.
All right.
All time is a little West Coast bias though.
Okay.
So all
'Cause
time,
I already know like 2 of them who gonna be in there.
all time is actually 3 of them. All time is gonna be Cube, Pop, and Snoop. I would throw Nip in there or whatever, but Nip is like honorable mention. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love it's mostly a clique. But I like the boot camp clique. It's an old school clique. Boot camp clique, Black Moon, Buckshot Shorty, them. I grew up on
Talking
them.
about, who got the props?
Who got
Trey.
the yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Hey man,
oh man, that was
man,
the shit.
sir.
That was
Man,
the shit.
when I was young, dog, it's just the style. I just like them, dog. And if I was from the East Coast, I used to say, man, if I was from the East Coast, that's who I wanted to be with, the boot camp clique. And because Black Moon and Buckshot Shorty, he was like a little short dude and stuff, and he's rapping and okay. But anyway,
And you know they work with Pac too.
they
When
worked
Pac,
it. They
because
did
it's
on
a
everything.
video. It's a
On,
video online
yes,
where they getting out of limousine because
yes.
Pac flew them to LA to work on and I was
Yeah.
like, wow. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I already heard the songs, but just seeing the video confirmed it. It was like, yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah. They
saying? Like
did work with a
I always liked them anyway. I didn't
lot. Mhm.
know that they
Yeah.
would end up working with Tupac. I didn't know that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So,
Facts. And it gets a little tricky on my 5, man, because it's more of a group than an actual person, man. But this particular person, I liked him more in a group. But I'm gonna say, and people ain't gonna really go mention this. I'm gonna say MJG, but 8 Ball MJG as a group. But I just loved MJG growing up. I just loved MJG. I just like his lyrics, man, his style. He used to always say MJG in every rap, MJG. And they, that's my favorite group. of all time is 8 Ball MJG. So I'm gonna say MJG. I'm gonna just throw that out
That's
there
my
from
favorite
somebody from
group of
South.
all time.
My favorite group of all time is 8 Ball MJG. It's just something about some pimping.
Okay, I want to
Age.
ask you, as a Ball and G fan, what is the one album you can put your hand on from them and say, "This is it right here"?
I mean, Space Age Pimping is a classic. Coming Out Hard is probably number 2 on the list. Coming Out Hard, actually, I discovered about MJG from a white girl. I was playing sports, and my coach daughter was bringing me home one time, and it was the song when they was in the classroom, and he was in the dude was in the classroom, and he was like, I think it was something Break a Bitch College or something like that, and I was like,
Oh,
I say, what's this? She say, wow, you black, you don't know who this is? I say, nah. She say, that's 8 Ball MJG. I say, what? And so I remember I told my grandma like maybe like a week or two later to bring me to the record rack out there in the North End. If people don't know what a record rack at, on MLK or whatever, Concord, MLK, whatever you want to call it. And she took me over there, and I bought the 8 Ball MJG tape along with the UGK tape that had front, back, side to side and all that on there. So I bought both of them tapes at the same time, and then shit, that's been my favorite group. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. I got UGK, Wu Tang, 8 Ball, MJG, Bone. You know what I'm saying? That's some of my top all time groups right there. I ain't biased, man. I'll go East, West Coast, down South. So I'm all over the place with it.
that's what's up, man. I mean, that sounds like my collection. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The stuff that's on the wall behind me. But I wanted to talk to you about the music within the Beaumont scene, because
Mm-hmm.
for years, we have had a bubbling music scene out here. Um, on the outside, as far as media is concerned, there's no shine, there's no publicity, there's really no type of cover. But now on the inside of it, how do you feel about music within the city?
Um, the music in the city is kind of stagnant right now. You know, uh, Big J's still doing her thing. Uh, Hevo, she's very talented. As far as the men, I don't really see the men that's really grinding as hard, especially not grinding harder than you. Uh, I don't see nobody on your effort. It's one cat, I can't name his name. It's like JMP something. I don't know. Uh, I always see him on IG. Now he grinding. He grinding or what? I can't say his name. I don't know his name or whatever, but it's JMP or something like that. Whatever. No disrespect to him, but he definitely out there grinding. You grinding, but other than that, shit, I don't see nobody else grinding. I don't see nobody else putting in the effort and what it takes. I don't see nobody networking. I don't see nobody traveling, doing shows. I mean, you got a show coming up. I see you networking. I see you traveling, but I don't see a lot of these other artists doing that. It seemed like they want it. It seemed like they want it handed to them. And I always see people talk about oh, you got to be popular to be supported. Nah, you got to work your ass off. I mean, just because somebody popular, yeah, they might get the support, but nobody ain't finna keep supporting them if they trash like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I mean, I got the work ethic, but I don't have the popularity. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know I don't have the popularity, and I know why. You know what I'm saying? And part of me don't want the popularity, but because when you have talent and skill, you don't need popularity. Your
you
music
don't.
will speak
But
for
bread,
itself.
bread. Even the popular, so-called popular cats out here, they not doing nothing. Their music is not even they not doing nothing with the popularity. So they backwards. They ass backwards with it. But you know, uh, like I said, man, it's one cat I'm gonna always support. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna always support him, but I see something in him, and I just like Bolo Zeus, man. I like Bolo Zeus. I always tell him I see something in him, man. He just gotta put in the effort and the work, and it takes money too. You when you rapping, bro, you have to you have to you have to put money behind yourself because motherfuckers ain't finna just give you no Willy Wonka golden ticket. It don't just happen like that. You know what I'm saying? And if it does happen like that, then your contract finna be fucked. Excuse my language, but your contract is gonna be trash. And then 2, 3 years later, you're gonna be rapping about how you're in a bad contract. So man, you gotta invest in yourself if you want to be an artist or anything out here. You know what I'm saying? You can't really use these excuses.
I agree. I don't understand with all the information that is available at an artist's fingertips today, more so than it was in the 1990s. I don't
Mhm.
know why they would put themselves or subject themselves to a record contract because it's just the terms and conditions of a loan.
That's it.
No different than when you go into Speedy Cash or one of these places that'll give you cash on the day when you don't have it and you really need it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to pay them back with interest. That's the same thing as the record contract.
Hmm.
Just giving y'all some game out there. If you got talent and you got the means to put it out yourself and support yourself, please do that
Hmm.
because these record labels don't have your best interests at heart. And thinking that you're going to be rich and famous don't happen like that.
It don't
You know,
it don't happen like that, man.
that's a fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? That's the dream that you were sold that leads a lot of people down the road to be artists, only to find out the truth. You know what I'm saying? But before we get up out of here, is there anything that you would like to say? Anything that you would like to plug and promote?
Man, look, man, I just want to say, y'all keep looking out for the Kickback Podcast, man. It's on YouTube, it's on Facebook. Um, like I said, the movie dropping soon. The Streets Is No Good Part 2. And hey, man, you never know. I might drop me a little, what I'm saying, a little mini movie or something, Brad. You know what I'm saying? So if it does come, I'm gonna hit you up first, as always. Put it in your ear, and maybe we make something happen. You know what I'm saying? Sooner than later.
Yeah, man,
Everything.
I got scripts. I got scripts that I've been writing, and
Mhm.
I took a little break because I've been exercising more than
For
I've been
sure.
doing
I'm
anyway.
proud of you for that too, dog. That's I feel you on that, dog. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing but salute you. So
Yeah, health is wealth, man. It's
real shit.
very. But as far as the writing the scripts, I've recently got back on writing the scripts, and I'm writing a new one, and I do want to write another comedy script. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So when that happens, I'll definitely hit you and let you know. Um, Be sure to tune into the podcast Friday nights at 7 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook. You
Mhm.
know, and on behalf of Mr. North End Floyd, I am Cornbread Capone. This is Unpopular Honesty, the home of brutal honesty and real hip hop music. And like I say all the time, man, peace and love, because that's what the world needs right now in a major way. Peace and love.